Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. I'm going to return with my Dominions 4 monkey model as I attempt to make some sense of Lanka in Dominions 4. So far, it's been a tricky thing. So if we return back to where we were, I brought some reinforcements up with one of my Raktapada. I'm going to not attempt to put two armies together and to make it work that way. I'm going to bring my original commander back to join them where the palisades are being built. I might as well start with putting up a temple so that that fort will be viable. And I'm bringing these folks back to that province. I'm going to have to leave these few miscellaneous leftover troops to wait. Back here at my capital, I have some magi ready. As far as army setup, I have no troops built. Must have forgotten to make enough last turn. Simple enough problem. So we'll sit here and recruit some more troops and another mage. I'm going to stick, I think, yes, this turn, I think I can afford to make a Raksaraja. And resources are still low, so I'm going to see about maxing out. Oh, no, that doesn't quite balance out. So let's go back to making another Raktapada so we can max out our SRs. And perhaps it's time to add a few other bits of troops. I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to try and see how many Palankasha I can make. And let's see, if I make 4 of them and then 3 Asaras, that works out pretty good. And for balance, I have 177 gold there. I spent 80. I can't quite afford either of my really good magi, so we'll stop there. I do want that temple to get up and running. And here, to help things out, it's always good to make an Atavi chieftain, so we'll build one. We'll build a few bits of chaff, just 3 Atavi, just enough to help out with some screening. The next turn we'll try to take out these malicious archers and heavy infantry. So let's run the turn and see what develops. I'm just going to use the handy N key. Checking for, I see Bapu here. Doesn't have a job right now. And leadership, his leadership is 40 and he's got undead leadership. So I could bring him forward. And let me see, does he have 4 survival? He doesn't. So he won't be able to get to this other fort in time. But it wouldn't hurt to preach a little bit. So let's put him on preach with his... Oh, right. I forgot. He's an undead priest. He cannot preach. What he can do is do some reanimating for me. Here we go. And something I like, it's not really obvious, and it does kill a little population, but if you reanimate ghouls, you get Pasacha. And I'll show those to you when I have something to show. So once more the N key. Here we have my original scout. He hasn't got too much to do there, so let's move him along and get him where he can see some things. Let's end turn, move on to the next turn. And it processes quite quickly. So we have another Raktapada. Let's load him up with the troops I just built, and we can look at those Pasacha. So you can see these are some pretty serious hardcore ghouls. Now, ghouls are interesting. They're undead, but they're not mindless. This is very useful in defending a fort. And they actually buff really well. So right now they're just a little bit of extra useful chaff. And we can move all the rest of those troops to this fort. Over here, we'll set up to take those militia. So we'll make a new setup. We'll put all of our Saras together in one nice squad, right where they were. We'll add a couple more Atavi to the archer screen. And the other Atavi can sit back and protect my starting commander. Like that. Guard commander. That will work well. And we'll continue to use the Mercata archers off to the side just to shoot things and keep things busy. And this fellow here is now basically a scout. So let's send him off to see what we can find. In the interim, my gold is good, so I'm going to build a second lab. And when my palisades are done, we'll be able to do some serious recruitment. We'll just check research briefly. My research is sitting Still going for alteration, always a good starting point. And I'm going to keep Bapu here doing some reanimating. I don't think I've got a total undead leadership of 20. Oh, well, let's bring those Pasasha and ghouls up. Oh, wait, they're not forest survival. They'll slow me down. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And this army's ready to head out. So let's process the turn. Here we go. A message from home. They declare war. Well, gee, what a surprise that is. Haven't even met yet. Not bad, not bad. Looks like I had some moderate losses. Nothing too painful. We can probably put these two armies together now. Bring these guys forward to where they can attack the next set of independents, which is militias, heavy infantry, and archers again. We'll bring them forward. Maybe we should watch that battle just for fun. Let's see what worked well and what didn't. Did my archer draw work? Got these guys up in the front. Just a brief pause. And here they come. They're drawing everything forward. Things are moving, progressing decently. A little bit of action with the javelins at very long range. Bless is working. And as they close, let's zoom in. Pause, zoom in, and see the action. Okay, I see some. Looks like Blood Vengeance working. Regeneration is working fine. Those are some pretty solid guys. Getting a little beat up by archers, but some of the archers are getting hit by the Blood Vengeance effects. And that's solid, and they're regenerating. So I'm pleased with that result. An unexpected event. Unrest went up 20 and magic went up +1. To be honest, these +1 scale effects are of very, very limited value. I'm going to check that again, but that should balance out to a nothing in one turn. So even if you had 10 magi there, you'd have a total of 10 total research points gained for one total turn. Not much. Pretty minimal effect event. I'm sort of torn. It appears to me that most of these new magic events have very limited effects on anything. Now, I've built my lab. This guy can research. We'll set him to research. There we go. And the other one can move forward, bringing those extra troops up to the front. This fellow we'll use as a scout. I like to always set my scouts to sit in the back corner and retreat. If you penetrate deeply, it won't save them, but it's useful in the first cut. And as far as Alm declaring war, well, he's got to get through these horse tribes, and then this giant horde of Amazons and Griffin Riders before that's going to matter. I don't think it's going to have a significant effect on the game. There's something to watch here. I've got no significant unrest. Where's that unrest event? In Ptarmigan Ridge. So my unrest popped up to 18. I gained 20. It's already dropped 2. So not too bad. I think we're going to find it won't affect things in a great way. This scout, move him forward to start looking for home. Couldn't move 2 there. But he's got forest survival. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see. This is mountains. Oh, it's waste. Okay, he doesn't have waste survival. And the new mechanic in Dominions 4 is that to enter a province requires the survival, or enough movement points. Effectively, movement is significantly slowed in any kind of mixed terrain, or with any kind of army with mixed units. So I think we've solved most of our major issues. We built our temple. The Palisades has 1 more turn. Now we can afford to start cranking out some very good magi. And we can make, looks like 1 Lankasha and the rest Asaras. We're done there. Here we can always use a few, sorry, wrong button. We'll do our recruitment. We'll add 1 more of these, Deer Tribe Shaman. He's got some food, nature 1, costs 90, and he's sacred. Pretty good solution, but I do want a few more scouts right now. And I'm just going to put together, I think, just a handful of plain old Marcata. Just to help out with screening. Okay, let's end this turn and see the development. Coming close to my time limit here on my 15-minute videos. So I'll reorganize this army and put Sacreds in 2 separate groupings. The Palankasha, we'll have them on hold and attack, and holding that guy attack closest. We'll move them forward a bit in front of the Asaras so they throw their javelins over the top. We'll build up our archer screen, and our couple of Marcata archers can tuck down in the back corner, have no real effect. I didn't script this guy before, so let's script him. And perhaps we've got a population of 1170. Let's put this guy on blood hunting rather than send him home. And so his script, as I'll have him just cast spells. We'll see what we get for blood hunting there. And the Palisades is completed. So we can send one of these guys off to now be a scout. Another back here to bring forward troops. And we have our Raksharaja. So I will want to bring my Raksharaja forward when I have a substantial army for him to use. Which is not yet. So let's put him on research. Quickly check the research with the F5 key. Coming up there. So what I'm looking for is in the air mist form, level 2, so that this guy can thug it up. That is, the Raksharaja can thug it up with mist form. So, we want to recruit. Gold is excellent. Let's get another Raksharaja. Oddly enough, they are not slow to recruit. Kind of a strange result, that. And back here, we can build some Magi. Good gold. I think I want to try to make one Yogini help me site search. And I can afford, looks like, a couple of Kalamuckas. No, not quite. Just one. Well, we'll make one for now and we'll see how it goes after. I've reset this, so let's send an attack. Move this guy forward. We've just got time to process this turn, and then I'll need to end this video. Quickly process forging. Resolving a couple of fights, and we've captured 3 good blood slaves. Unrest didn't go up much, went up by 2, so we'll leave him working. As far as messages, let's have a read. The battle, no losses. Well, I think that might be with those Palankashas in place. Let's see how my layout for spacing went. What I preferred to do is had the Palankashas stay where they belong, have the Asaras come up right behind them and toss their javelins. And with the high range under Bless, hopefully they'll reach before they have to run in front. And they did. So I'm satisfied. I don't think I need to do more with that. I'm going to call that done for now, my friends. I hope to see you in game. Goodbye.